Singapore is known for being environmentally conscious, and there's no doubt it has an extensive system of over 360 kilometers of linear green corridors called the Park Connector Network. This network was built for joggers, cyclists, rollerbladers, and pretty much anyone else to get out of your car and walk around. So it's fair to say that Singapore is pretty bikeable. After studying abroad in Singapore, my all-time favorite way to explore the city that I tell everyone that goes to Singapore is to bike around. Biking allows you to see the island just as the locals do when they bike to and from places. But where do you get these bikes? The two most popular bike rental services are Anywheel and HelloRide. And in my opinion, my favorite is HelloRide. Story incoming later in this video, I low-key got beef with Anywheel. But anyway, in this video, I'll explain what these services are, how to set up an account, how to use the app, like finding bikes, ending the ride, and where my favorite places to bike around are. Okay, let's get into it. So what exactly is Anywheel and HelloRide? They are self-service, dockless bike sharing companies. This means they have a bunch of standalone bikes around the island located in these specific parking areas, in which you can just scan the QR code, unlock the bike, and when you get to your destination, find a nearby parking area and relock your bike. This was designed as a more convenient option than traditional bike rental services that require a physical store and an in-person interaction. In addition, because the pricing is so cheap, $1 Singapore dollar, which equals 77 cents in US currency for 30 minutes, and 50 cents in Singapore currency, which is 39 cents in US currency for every subsequent 10 minutes, it's more affordable to use these services if you need a quick bike ride to somewhere instead of buying your own bike. So how do you set up an account? In both Anywheel and HelloRide, you first download the app and then you put in your email or phone number and then create a password. However, when you create an account, the app requires you for a one-time PIN verification code sent to a phone number. The app allows foreign phone numbers. However, if your phone plan doesn't allow SMS messages while abroad, you should plan to register in the app before you leave home. After creating an account, you can link your international credit/debit card. Okay, great. Now you set up an account and are ready to go. To find a bike, navigate to the map and locate bikes marked with a small bike icon around the city. You should be able to easily find the bikes around the island, since from my experience, there were a lot of bikes. Once you find one, you're gonna scan the QR code located on the bike, which is right below where the handles are, to unlock it. Make sure you scan the correct company with the correct bike. Each company has its own unique bike. So Anywheel bikes are normally black and green, and HelloRide bikes are normally blue and white. Once your bike is unlocked and you start your ride, you're free to ride wherever and for however long you want. The app will track the time you spent on the bike, and you can pay at the end of your ride. To end the ride, you must find a parking station. Parking stations are typically outlined in a colored rectangle with a QR code at one corner. You must scan this QR code to properly end your ride. Otherwise, you will be charged an extra fee for leaving your rental bike outside this parking station. Also, to unlock your bike at the start and end of the ride, you must have an active internet connection via an eSIM, pocket Wi-Fi, or roaming. Now, my beef with Anywheel that makes me like HelloRide a little bit more is that when I signed up for Anywheel, they required me to have at least 10 Singapore dollars, which is $7.53 in US currency, in my account to pay for rides. I was unhappy about having to deposit money into my account in advance because I only needed to ride it one time for an hour, which would only cost me around 2 Singapore dollars, which is $1 US and 55 cents. However, I thought I could refund it back to me afterwards, but no, I was not allowed to, which made me upset. I ended up talking to the representative over WhatsApp, but in the end, they allowed me to transfer the leftover money to my friend who lives in Singapore, so I didn't get it back. All in all, to say that I like HelloRide better because they do a pay as you go, so I don't have to put money into the account before I start riding. So just to give you all a heads up, if you think you'll be riding for a long time, like more than 5 hours, either one is fine. But if you just want a quick trip, I would recommend using HelloRide. So, where are my favorite places to ride? Currently, my favorite place is East Coast Park. It's pretty quiet on the weekdays and there's a lot of trees to cover you to prevent you from being burnt by the Singaporean sun. In addition, there's a very nice view of the ocean as you bike through the path. Another great place to bike is Sentosa Island. The whole of Sentosa Island is connected, so you can bike basically anywhere. So it's such a fun activity to do while exploring the island. Just make sure you bike on the correct side of the road, because I was biking on the wrong side and I was biking towards one of those shuttle buses, which was not great. Another nice one is the Marina Bay Loop. It's a loop around the Marina Bay area that goes through many iconic sites like Marina Bay Sands, Merlion statue, and a lot of other great views like the Gardens of the Bay. I love doing this one at night because all the pretty lights make the ride so much more enjoyable. However, because this is a very big tourist spot, there are a lot of people and it's very easy to accidentally hit someone. So I would recommend doing this if you are pretty decent at biking and know how to swerve around people, because on this bike loop, technically people are supposed to be walking on really small paths on the side and the whole center is for bikes, but no one follows that and everyone just walks everywhere, and so you have to dodge these people. A few other trails that I haven't personally been on but were highly recommended by friends were the Pungo Waterway, Park to Coney Island, the Rail Corridor, and Pulau Ubin, which is a small island off the coast of Singapore. However, in many cases, I didn't really have a so-called trail to follow. My favorite activity is just biking to different locations. If I wanted to go to Maxwell Hawker Center, I would bike there. If I want to go to a local mall to shop, I would bike there. So my recommendation is that instead of taking the MRT sometimes, I would just use a bike to go to my destination and take in the city that way. Let me know if this guide helped you, and I'll be posting more videos like this one, so be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.